Eu prefiro bater no pão também. Mas dá pra botar no biscoito quando não tem o pão, tá ligado?
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Opa! Pedrinho Mimosento, obrigado pelo follow, mano. Aparece aí no chat, pô. Seja bem-vindo, cara. Espero que você curta a live. Beleza, então a gente vai ter que caçar antílopes, anciões, né? Antílopes anciões. Vamos falar com Blackthorn agora. Casa de Ferreiro 2. Fale com Blackthorn.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August, when you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you.
Porra, então provavelmente deve ser um projeto bolado de espada, será? Deve ser uma espadona insane. Tem uma caçada ali, mas a gente não pode fazer. Vou falar com ela aqui.
You're looking well, Karen.
What you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke.
Ignac.
Weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric. If you take me meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Beleza. Gente, meu colega foi mijar e ele deixou a porta do banheiro aberta, porque o banheiro daqui tá com problema no bucal. Quase vi o grulho do cara, fiquei com vergonha. Eu já dava aquela ajudada pra balançar. Falou, amigo. Beleza? Quer uma ajuda aí? Já balançava. E aqui é tudo na amizade, filho. Porra, tudo trancado, mano. Os 3 locais de side quest que eu quero estão trancados. Aí é foda. Vamos lá. Vamos fazer a... Vá para Booklet. Dalmake é oriental. Vambora. Adiante. Deve liberar essas... Ó. Pera aí. Na real, eu não tinha acesso aqui por cima, ó. Eu não tinha esse acesso daqui de cima. Ou tinha? Pera aí. Liberou as viagens? Liberou as viagens, mané. Caralho, eu só precisava viajar pra cá. Vamos lá fazer as quests secundárias, então? Tem até mais quests secundárias aqui pra fazer. Vamos lá. Vou fazer essa da Marta primeiro. Essa do retorno. Vamos fazer todas as secundárias, depois a gente vem, ó, aplicando nas principais, mano. Vai que eu ponho a mão no grude dele e pego o AIDS. Estou fora. Oxe? Como assim? Como assim, cara?
Stay sharp.
Geralmente, se um amigo seu tem AIDS, você sabe, né? Não, mas se ele é seu amigo...
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star, Ruby? I can't accept this.
Ué, por quê?
It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement. And rallied the rest. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
Se for bem amigo, vale a pena. Capa do quê? Só usar proteção, né? Beleza. Entregue o Rubi, estrelar a Isabelle. A Isabelle fica aqui, né? Não, esse aqui já é ossos do ofício. Aí. A Isabelle... Onde que fica a Isabelle que eu não lembro? Isabelle acho que é aqui em cima. É isso mesmo. Botar uma luva e tá tudo certo.
There's talk. How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that?
Citizens are free to come and go as they please. Checkpoints open.
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you again.
It's all right. I'll be waiting.
Caralho, acho que os caras aqui eles dão ré no kibe, viu? Eu quero te ver hoje à noite.
What am I gonna do without sweet water and oil of talc? Still no caravan.
Milady,
Jogar um truco.
bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the...
Rubi estrelar.
Oh my. Clive, you...
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's debt with the veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much. The man owes me nothing. Nor does the hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I...
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to...
Otto had a son.
Caralho, o Otto tinha um filho.
Long and blamed himself for not being able to stop
Eu
it.
pulei um diálogo sem
I
querer.
don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone besides Sid. I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning...
Pô, é bom que a gente vai aprendendo mais dos personagens, né?
If he's still with us.
Legal. Volte para o esconderijo e fale com Gaut. Vamos lá. Não, na verdade eu vou falar com Gaut depois. Vamos fazer as outras side quests. Cadê? Tem uma bem aqui, ó. Vamos lá. Opa, Biopics. Ué, mandei o comando errado? Botei. Oi. Biopics feito, tá na mão, aranha. Tá na mão. Obrigado, amigo. Você é um amigo. Tamo junto. Caralho, a gente tá com quase 7.100 seguidores, rapaziada. Faltam 13. Divulga a live pro tio, pra tia, pai, mãe, irmão, irmã. Divulga pra geral, porque a gente tá perto, cara. Mate antílopes anciões em Crésida. Cachorro, papagaio e periquito. Chama todo mundo pra cá, mano. Pelo amor de Deus, estamos muito perto aí, ó. Pô, muito pouca experiência esses bichos aqui dá. Ih, ó. Caralho, o Chico ali, eu acho que é ele que é a caçada, mano. Cadê? Pera aí. Eu acho que tem uma caçada dele, mano. Achei, hein? Uma caçada nível C, se eu não me engano. Minotauro. Será que é ele? Não, o que a gente deve estar querendo tá em outro lugar. Putz, joguei errado. Consegui encaixar um parryzão bruto. Boa. Caralho, consegui encaixar um parry no bicho, mano. Legal. Pensei que era a caçada aqui, velho. Do Minotauro. Tem mais um ali, ó. Segura esse parryzão aí na cara. Ó, já caiu de novo. GG.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Antílope gigante. Antílope ancião aqui, ó. O Torgal tá precisando se alimentar deles. Caralho! Foi bom isso, hein? Foi bom, foi bom. Gostei do que foi feito aqui agora. Ó, combaço bolado.
Now. Will it be enough, I wonder?
Olha, ele ficou animado.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Boa, boa. Falar com a Cheryl, beleza. Encontre Ignac em Dalimil. Vamos lá falar com esse Ignac. Cadê? É aqui, ó.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The sanctuary. Its fang is gone.
Será que ele tá aqui por cima? Achei, hein?
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Achei.
The intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid
Get
for
out!
this room so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Que isso?
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
Vamos trocar uma ideia com o tiozão calvo aqui.
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away.
Eita, os caras roubaram a bagagem dele, caralho.
Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it...
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your...
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalimil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very
Perfeito.
Farewell.
É, PAD.
Best of luck.
Beleza. Vamos lá encontrar esses ladrões, então. Daqui a pouco eu vou fazer um stories, hein, manos. Esqueci de fazer. Logo quando cheguei. O bom é que aqui os bichos dão um XPzinho legal. Putz, não dá pra atravessar por aqui não, cara. Pera aí, deixa eu dar um TP pra cá e daqui a gente já vai direto melhor. Boa, Torgo. Será que hoje a gente pega level 40, mano? Como level 36. Pegar 40 hoje seria lindo, hein? Essa espada é legal pra caramba, ela é meio curvada, tá ligado? Bam, 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 bam. Vamos seguir direto aqui, ó. Putz, eu errei, cara.
Make it look easy.
Pô, às vezes parece que o Clive demora mais que o normal pra começar a correr, mano. Vocês devem se perguntar, pô, mas por que ele não usa o Chocobo pra ir mais rápido? Não sei, mano, eu gosto muito de andar. Eu acho que ainda mais a primeira vez que eu jogo o game, eu gosto muito de explorar andando. É igual o The Ring, tá ligado? O The Ring, a primeira vez que eu joguei, eu andava muito mais a pé, né, barra correndo, do que de cavalo. É mais pra conhecer o game, tá ligado? Putz, errei o parry. GG. Com bastante XP, hein, manos.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Delamel.
Perfeito, recuperamos a bagagem do cara, mano. Muito bom. Agora a gente vai conseguir trocar uma ideia lá com ele direto.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What should I call you, my good man?
Live.
Wyvern.
Wyvern?
Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt.
Quem queria falar Cid ou Clive, tá
You
ligado?
wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twin, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow.
Caralho, que doideira.
All sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more.
Bom dia, Godric!
Stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke. Far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself.
Caralho, ele deu a pedra de amolar pra gente.
Fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we...
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis.
Lord Brian Horsfield.
Iron Rock.
Caralho, acho que é o tio dele.
And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Ha! É o tio dele, mano.
Wyvern, may our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
O tio dele é o grande rival do outro.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Coming, my lordship.
Legal, acordei agora. Aconteceu muita coisa depois do Hugo. Cara, teve uma batalha contra o Hugo, Godric, que eu não sei se você chegou a ver. E foi a batalha colossal deles, tá ligado? Foi a batalha mais bruta do jogo que a gente fez. O bagulho foi quase, acho que umas meia hora de batalha, mano. Foi sinistro.